Hi everyone, my name is Shinto Nojuri, the producer of NeverDead. Today I'd like to talk about NeverDead. NeverDead は、サードパーソンシューターアクションゲーム。
NeverDead is a third-person action game. The protagonist, Bryce, is an immortal guy. He will not die. 500 years ago, he battled against the Demon King, but lost. And for some reason, the Demon King made him immortal. The story will take place 500 years ago. He will still be working as a demon hunter, fighting against the demons. So immortality will not be only the thing about the story, but this will have major effect against the gameplay as well. So he will burn and he will be dismembered. I personally like the heroes that are imperfect compared to the ones perfect. And I aimed the imperfect, and that resulted to making a hero that will dismember and is a tough guy, as you can see. He's not invincible, he's not perfect. And when he gets damaged during the battle, he will break and be dismembered. So you will need to risk the manage the risks that will come out in the game. Not only the risks will come when you are dismembered, you could utilize his immortality. For example, you could explode the limbs that are dismembered. Or you could burn the enemies by using the fire bullets when you're burning. Or you could shoot electrical bullets when you're electrified to stun the enemies. So you will need to use your immortality as an advantage in this game. He would be able to take his head off by himself and throw it to the narrow areas where he could not go by his full body. Or otherwise he could throw his head so he could reach the higher places where he can't go by himself. And of course there will be some scenes that you need to rip your arm off and throw to solve the puzzles. There are some puzzles that you need to electrify yourself to activate the machines that is not having enough electricity to move. And each level there are some puzzles that uses those kind of immortal functions.
Your arrogant words are dripping with pride and overconfidence.
So I'd like to talk about the weapons that will come out in the game. So there are some handguns, submachine guns, assault rifle, there will be some grenade launchers. And you would need to consider how to fight using those weapons in each hand. So you could break the environmental models to cause destructions. And using those destructions, you will be able to kill many enemies in an instant. So in a sense, maybe the strongest weapon will be using the environmental destructions. So you will be able to gain the experience points by killing the enemies. And using those experience points, you will be able to purchase the abilities. But after you purchase them, you will need to equip them. This is the important point, as you would not be able to equip all the abilities at the same time. So, as you cannot equip all the abilities at the same time, you would need to think of the way you want to fight the enemies, your strategies. And one of the most important part is that this ability is not only for the single player, but you could take those abilities to the multiplayer. Multiplayer can be played up to 4 players at once, and there will be some cooperative challenges and competitive challenges. You could play with 4 Bryce or using the other characters that will appear in the game. You'll be able to use Arcadia in the multiplayer as well. Same as the single player mode, she's not immortal, so she will die. But in the co-op mode, if other players could help her up, that she will be able to be saved. Each player will have different set of abilities, and there will be a character who's running very fast, or there will be characters who's using only the swords, or there will be characters who is always dismembered and using the explosives. So it is very difficult to explain NeverDead in a few sentences. But as you know, the hero will be immortal. So rather than doing a clean fight, we want the players to actually do a dirty fight. So for example, in the other games, you would need to avoid enemies' attacks and attack them to kill them. But in this game, there's a Japanese saying that have the enemy cut the flesh and kill them. But even though if you lose one of your arms, if you kill all of them instead of that one arm, you are the winner.
NeverDead は次
So
の
NeverDead will be available in next February in PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Please look out for this game. I think you will be able to enjoy it very much.